Hi, my name is Sheila and I'm a senior at Calabasas High School and I'm taking Senior Project. Senior Project is a class where we do 1 semester of research and 1 semester of a project based on the research. For my project, I'll be cooking different cuisines from around the world to answer my main question. What are the key differences in flavors around the world? Now, this is not a tutorial by any means, but rather an informational video as I talk about the history and culture behind the different cuisines, while I cook in the background. For my third cuisine on this channel, I'll be doing German cuisine. I'll be talking about the history and culture behind it. All the information I'll be using is from an article from the Food from Every Country forum that highlights German cuisine. I'll be linking the article in the description along with the 2 recipes I'll be cooking in this video as well. The first introduction of new items to the region included potatoes around the 18th century during King Frederick II's reign, and it quickly became a staple in German diet. But as time passed, Germany faced times of starvation as food was scarce during the time of world wars, both I and II. It was also around this time when Germany was split into an east and a west half, each half developing their own style of cooking different from one another. Those who resided in the West stuck with a more traditional German sense of cooking, and those who lived under the East developed a more Russian style of cooking as they were under Russian rule. Not only different style of cooking can be found between the East and West parts of Germany, it can also be found between the North and South, as it varies when you go up and down the country. Those who reside in the North may incorporate more seafood into their diet as they live in the coast. This can be seen in dishes like Aalsuppe, an eel soup, or Eintopf, a seafood soup. As you move further south, you find less seafood, but you find other dishes like Würstchen, or commonly known as a Frankfurter, as it is home to the southern city of Frankfurt, which is some sort of sausage. Some side dishes include Spatzle, which is similar to one of the dishes I'm making, but the difference is Spatzle is made with potatoes, and that's commonly found in the south, which is similar to a dish found in the north called Kodel. Both are rich potato dumplings. I'm also making Spatzle, but I'm not using potatoes. I'm using an egg and flour base. The German diet can be split into 3 components: meat, bread, and potatoes. Potatoes are usually the item holding many of the dishes together as it provides a lot of sustenance, and each part of Germany has a preferred way of preparing it. Bread is also served with most meals. Common breads found on the dinner tables include rye, pumpernickel, and sourdough. As for protein, pork can be found in a lot of their recipes found in different forms. In fact, I'm cooking pork for one of the dishes you see me making. Some traditions Germans practice include Oktoberfest, which is heavily food-based. Oktoberfest happens in the last week of September in Munich, Germany, not in October. Beer is drank in large decorated mugs called Bierstein. Then another food tradition is that they make honey cakes during the Christmas season called Lebkuchen. I apologize if I pronounced that incorrectly. They're decorated like tiny bells or angels. They also enjoy Spingerle cookies, marzipan candies, and Stollen, a coffee cake with candied fruits inside around this time. They also drink Glühwein, which is a mulled wine, and Apfelschorle. I butchered that entirely, but it's a sparkling fruit juice for those who can't drink wine. For the 2 dishes I've been making behind us this entire time, I've been making Schweineschnitzel and Spatzle. Schweineschnitzel is very similar to its counterpart, Wienerschnitzel, which is found in Germany and Austria, and it's usually made with veal. But German schnitzel, or Schweineschnitzel, like I previously mentioned, is made with pork, which is what I'll be using. I'll be taking a pork chop and thinly beating it, and which I will then cover with flour, egg, and then breadcrumbs and fry it. As for the Spatzle, I'll be combining flour, eggs, salt, and water to make a dough mixture. Normally people have Spatzle makers where it makes tiny little noodle things and they pour it into boiling hot water. Unfortunately, I did not have that, so I used a plastic bag and I just piped them into the boiling water. Then afterwards, I cooked them in a frying pan with salt and other seasonings to give it more flavor. Overall, this was one of my more difficult weeks as I haven't cooked pork before, as well as the Spatzle dish was very difficult to figure out how to work out without having the proper gear for it. Although it was a fun experience, I wouldn't say I would make these dishes again. But it was a fun way to learn more about German cuisine. Overall, I would rate this week a 6 out of 10 for how fun it was, but the outcome was not as great. That's all, and please enjoy the rest of the video as I cook. And that was all for this week, so please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel to support my senior project. And thank you!